Today to talk about something that I feel like a lot of us deal with along our spiritual paths, and that is good old temptation. Um, Whenever you're trying to develop yourself or whenever you're trying to do better in life, have y'all ever had it where it was like, it seemed like every time you're doing good or you're trying to do something, something pops up and reverts you like a step back? Or for some reason you keep getting put into situations where you're constantly being tempted when you know exactly what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. It's like, dang, is it a test? Is it just the way life is? And I don't really have the answer for that part of it, but I do know when you are being tempted, it is so important that you remember what is driving you to your end goal in the first place. Right now it's spiritual development for me. So as I fast and I study the word and I do things like that, it's like I'm tempted to break my fast, or I'm tempted to indulge in sex, or I'm tempted to do certain things that I know aren't right, and it's simply my flesh telling me what it wants, just begging to be set free when I'm trying to feed my spirit right now. And it can be very hard to fight temptation sometimes, but you got to be, your will just has to be strong, and you do this and you create a strong will by creating a strong routine, and by staying consistent. It's very important that whenever you say that you're going to do something, do it, because it's easier to be tempted if you're being a hypocrite or you're lying to yourself about, what you're going to do to grow yourself, or what you're trying to achieve, if you don't even really feel like it's achievable, or if you don't even really believe in yourself. Then when temptation comes, it's going to be that much easier to take you off your course. So that's what I had to realize about myself, that if I didn't really believe that I could be this person who is this mentor, this teacher, and this speaker, then when, a guy texts my phone and he's like, hey, what you doing tonight? Let me come over. It's much easier for me to be like, because I feel like I don't deserve what I'm trying to achieve anyway. I might as well just indulge, and, then what you can do, you can repent, or you can ask for forgiveness, but that's like premeditated murder. That gets more time than regular murder. How you gonna premeditate a sin? How you gonna think about it before and then think about the forgiveness that you gonna ask about after? If something comes into your reality and you see that it's clearly temptation, the best thing that you can do is run the other way. And I mean run, skirt, do a whole 180 and run, because anything that's trying to knock you off your path is not for you. It's not of God. God is not going to tempt you. God is going to see how well you trust in him and how strong your faith is. But as far as taking you literally on a path that's going to revert your growth, that's not God, that's the devil. And you need to make sure that anything that comes in your path trying to tempt you to cheat, tempt you to not wake up with your good daily routine, tempt you to eat bad, tempt you to do all of these things, you have to just literally take it out of your reality, or take yourself away from it. And that is the most important and just the biggest thing that you can do for yourself on your spiritual growth path. Is to understand that temptation is a battle that we all fight, but it must be fought diligently. You can't, give in. But if you do give in, don't be too hard on yourself, because understand that you're trying to elevate something that don't even operate well on a physical level. So you're trying to elevate your spirit, right? Or you're trying to do something like extraordinary with your life, right? So now you have the flesh, which has been pre-programmed and poisoned throughout your entire life, or you have trauma or things that you haven't healed from, and when things pop up that can tempt you and knock you off your course, you try to revert back to those things as a reasoning why you can give in to temptation. But you're only human, so sometimes it will happen. Sometimes it happens with me. Sometimes I break my fast too soon because I'm hungry, even though honestly, what is hunger? The only thing that we should hunger for is God, is Jesus, is righteousness, is to live a spiritually developed life. That's the only thing that we should hunger for. So when it's like your body is hungry, you know damn well that you ate yesterday. Or you know that you ate whenever you ate, it wasn't that long ago. So how are you starving right now? You're not starving right now. That's your flesh trying to tempt you and knock you off your course. Well, that's just like if you're horny, you don't really want to have sex right now. Okay, go meditate and reevaluate the feelings as to why you want to indulge in intercourse, and it's not to procreate or connect with a loved one. So, when temptations arise, we just have to do our part, as soldiers in this battle, to fight it off as if it's anything else. It doesn't matter what the form it comes in. If it comes in the form of a really pretty Instagram woman, if it comes in the form of a donut, if it comes in the form of porn, if it comes in the form of just abusing yourself with drugs or alcohol, then see it for what it is and stop it dead in its tracks. You're not going to make it every time, but I have faith that 90% of the time you're going to make it, and you're going to realize that it's temptation, and you're not going to succumb to it because you're that strong. And one other thing I wanted to touch on, because I seen the video today about human battering rams, and he referenced Ephesians 6:12, where we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. So sometimes people will come into your life and they will be vessels for evilness and negativity, specifically to knock down the doors of your peace. So you have to begin to recognize what those things are and the characteristics behind those demons, and stop attacking the people who are the weak vessels, who are able to be succumbed by these negative energies and these spirits. Instead, pray for protection against the enemy as a whole, because that's what's after you right now. Not just that specific person, it's the enemy as a whole. That spiritual power is real, and sometimes people literally just be working for the purpose of the enemy to come into your life and disturb what you got going on, because right now you are on an uphill incline of progression, and evilness and negative energy and vibrations, it is felt that you're trying to do something with your life. So you have to grab the reins and grab control and realize that it's going to be some things that's going to come into your life specifically to harm you. When you're tempted, remember Jesus when he was, is that Mathew? I'm going to make sure I put the verses in the description. Jesus, when he was in the desert being tempted by the devil for 40 days and 40 nights, and even said that he was hungry, and it came to a point where he wanted, he was hungry and he felt it. But even when he was tempted, he fell not, because he understood that the reward will outweigh the sacrifice every single time. So that's just a message that I wanted to leave you all with. Let you know that you may not be perfect. I'm not perfect. Sometimes we may fail, but understand that you have a power inside of you that was put there specifically by your Creator. So there are going to be entities and things that may attack you as you begin to build up this power and connect more with this power. And you just have to be strong throughout the process, and seek companionship, and seek the word and prayer in groups, and come together, because we're all going to need each other. These upcoming times, with all this separation and divisiveness, we're going to need each other, and we honestly should start prayer groups and start praying on the phone and studying the word together. Just trying to elevate our spirits and understanding numerology and astrology and studying history, and just starting to connect the dots about what's going on. It's becoming to be like imperative, like, not even a choice, but if you feel like this message resonates with you, then I'm speaking to you. If you feel like you can understand anything that I'm saying in this word, this message was for you. Don't give in to temptation, and understand that sometimes when you are on a path of spiritual development and growing yourself to that next level, there are going to be things sent into your life to knock you off your course purposely. There are going to be things sent into your life, or people, or situations, or money situations, all types of stuff that's going to happen, and it's going to try to take you off your course. That's a form of temptation in my mind too, because it's trying to make you feed into the weaker version of yourself. Nah, we gonna stay prayed up. We got protection already. We just have to have faith in that protection, and we're gonna continue on the course. I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes, so I'm just gonna tell y'all I love y'all, and until next time, peace.